As we head into the end of 2022, I thought that I would do a series all about an end of year business review and things that I do in my business to end the year on a high. The end of the year really is a perfect opportunity for you to get all of your ducks in a row, reflect on the past year and how it's gone, and also make some decisions on changes you want to make for the next year. Just quickly, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kim. I help therapists in private practice get online, get confident with admin, and reduce tech overwhelm. So let's get stuck in. This channel is really new. I've only started it this year, but if you have watched any of my previous videos, you'll know that I'm quite practical. I have tools and systems for just about anything. However, I am also really into journaling, reflecting. I have a business coach that I see every 2 weeks, and in the other weeks I go to a group coaching, and I find these so useful to just sit and reflect on what I'm doing in my business, what's going on with me personally and how that affects my business, and also just help me bounce ideas off of somebody who is nothing to do with what I'm doing. So for the past 2 years, I've really been into journaling and have found that that has made such a profound impact on my life in general, but also on my business. So the first thing I wanted to start with was some journaling prompts that I can give you so that you can go away and reflect on 2022, on your private practice, on your life, and see what changes you want to make for 2023. So I'm going to put them on screen so you can take a screenshot if you'd like to give them a go yourself. So the first journaling prompt is, how am I feeling about this year? What do I want to be different next year? Did I accomplish everything I wanted to? If not, why not? If yes, how? What big decisions did I make this year? What did I enjoy doing this year? What didn't I enjoy? My biggest win this year and my biggest challenge this year. Hopefully some of those journaling prompts will really get you thinking about your private practice and help you remember all of the things that you've done this year, whether they were good decisions, not so good decisions, whether you would have changed them, and things you want to do differently next year. If those kind of prompts don't really resonate with you very much, you can easily just go onto Google and find end of year reflection journal prompts or something similar to that, and you can find loads of different examples, and maybe there's something there that would more be suited for you. Lots of people like to set goals for the year. So some people might set New Year's resolutions, for example, things they want to stop. I don't really like setting things like that. What I like to do is set positive goals, so things that I would like to achieve rather than things I want to stop doing. So did you set any goals this year, and were you able to achieve them? Those goals could be anything related to your business, such as a financial goal. Maybe it was moving from your full-time job or your part-time job into full-time private practice. Maybe it was scaling back from 5 days a week in private practice to 3 days a week in private practice. Maybe you wanted to scale back your clients, or maybe you wanted to increase them. Everybody will be different with regards to what they want their private practice to look like, and I think that's such a great thing about having a private practice. It really can be exactly what you want it to look like. It can work around your own life. I have plenty of clients that work full-time, and that could be in 3 days or 4 days or 5 days. It really is up to you to decide what private practice looks like. If you weren't able to achieve your goals though, it's really worth looking at why. Were they really goals you wanted? If you really do want those goals, why weren't they able to happen this year? And can you make them happen next year? Or have those goals changed? Did you think you wanted something a certain way, but as you were on your path to achieving it, you realized that wasn't exactly how you wanted things to look? Some people don't find goals useful. I really find them useful just to keep me on track. Sometimes I change my goals throughout the year, but I do think having something to work towards really help. I also like to brainstorm out my goals. So if there's something I want to achieve, so for example, when I got back from holiday, I really wanted to do a challenge all about Gmail. So I created the 5-day inbox zero challenge. So what I did is I put that on a piece of paper in a circle and just said inbox zero challenge. And then I brainstormed and brain dumped all of the things that I would need to do to make that come to fruition. So I thought about what I wanted to teach, I thought about how I would group those videos, I thought about all of the things I'd need to do, such as film, edit, upload to the course platform, things like that. So I literally did a brain dump of everything I need to do to get that course created. Once I did that, I was able to formulate a plan. So if you have a goal that you have in mind, I would really recommend doing that too. Put your goal in the middle of a page and just write down everything that you think you need to do to to achieve that goal. Once you have everything out of your brain and onto paper, you can easily formulate that into some kind of plan. That could also mean getting help in certain areas too. So for example, let's say you wanted to create a blog next year, but you're not quite sure how to actually add a blog to your website. So that might be finding an online course that can teach you how to do that, or getting a website designer to create a blog page for you and teach you how to upload your own blog. It might also be getting somebody to create a mailing list for you so that once you've created your blog, you can make sure that you are sending that out to people that really want to see it. Now, looking back at your journal prompts, what I want you to have a look at is what worked really well in your practice this year. What decisions did you make that have really benefited you and your practice? So for example, those could be the way you scheduled in your holiday this year. Maybe you decided to formalize your holiday scheduling and you let all of your clients know at the beginning of the year all of the holidays you were going to take, so they knew when they would be getting regular therapy break. Maybe you put in a new invoicing system and that worked really well in your practice, and you found that you got a lot less overdue payment and it was much easier for you to manage your cash flow. Maybe you completely restructured your work week and decided that you just wanted to work 3 days a week seeing clients, use 1 day a week for admin and CPD and things like that, and have an extra day off for yourself to do housework or something fun. Thinking about those things that you have changed and implemented for your practice and how well they have worked is such a great way to round off the year and give yourself a pat on the back for the good work that you've done. Now let's think about 2023 and what things you can put in place to make your life even better. What could you change in your private practice to give you more freedom in your life? For example, maybe you could hire a VA to take all of the admin off you so that you could have more free time to spend with your kid. Maybe you don't want to be working in the evenings anymore, so you want to cut back on seeing evening clients. Maybe it's time to get an accountant and look at your finances so that you can really get a handle on what you're spending in your business and where you can save money. Maybe it's looking at getting an EHR platform, which is an electronic health record platform, so that you can automate some of the things that you're doing, so you don't need a VA, but you can still automate your invoicing and appointment bookings and things like that. Maybe it's just getting a project management system like Trello or Asana so that you can really keep track of your to-dos and be more efficient in your planning. And finally, and probably most importantly, is to think about your health. How are you actually feeling at the end of this year? Are you going into your holiday feeling drained and tired and sick? Or are you feeling really energized and excited for the new year? I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm actually really sick right now. I've got like sinus issues and gross stuff happening in my nose. I have definitely been more sick in 2022 than I've ever been in my life. I'm not sure why, and it's something that I definitely need to look at, but I've worked harder in this year than I ever have worked before as well. I now have a team of 5 people that I need to manage, as well as additional clients. I'm doing online courses. I've started this YouTube channel. I'm pushing myself really hard, and I think that has really affected my health and my body's way of telling me to slow down. So I really need to look at how I can do that in 2023, but still achieve the goals that I want to achieve. If I don't pay attention to my health and my body, it does mean that I need to take more time off work, and this might be the same for you too. So take some time to think about your own health this year and how that has impacted you and your practice. Think about ways that you can help yourself in advance. Think about self-care, things that you can do to make sure that you don't get ill or don't burn out. Okay, so that was my first installment of my business review. Next week, we're going to be talking all about systems, much more in my lane. But I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I'd love to know in the comments if there's anything that you found useful and anything that you'll be journaling on. Until next time, thank you.